And just like that,
Hello, my darlings. How are you? Good evening. Are you in a Halloween mood? Because I am. I mean, after all, it's August, right? Happy August 2nd to you of 2025. Bless you for being here. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday evening. And we are winding down to the end of Mercury retrograde. You see the little faux pas happening here? Well, that's what it's all about. You know, so pardon here, it is hotter than the gates of you know what, where, hello, and here. So I just slapped her up, put a band on, and here we are, because we've got things to take care of. I mean, we've got to talk. We got things to take care of. And I got some talking to do to you. First of all, my darlings, we're going to do some EVPs tonight. And all of you love the questions. If you send a super chat, I will read your question to the spirit box and we'll see what answer you get. All right. So we'll do that and I'll have a record of those. So, but I got a few little announcements here before we get started. First of all, I got to take a drink, because you know how it is. Thank you so much, my darlings. And welcome into everyone. Welcome, True Oracle. Welcome over that side of the aisle. Bless you for being over there. Now, my darlings, I want to thank you so much. You guys are so kind. I got a little something that I put in the community chat. And there was a vampire, because you know me, hello, it's that 4 a.m. scroll. Did Jesus meet a vampire type thing? Whatever, Zelda, get a grip. So I'm on the other platform, the Talkity Tick, and I find this post and I start chatting on the post with this person. Now, this person actually comes from about 45 miles from where my ancestors come from in Görlitz, Germany. And he is close to Kriebstein Castle, which is ancient and now a tourist attraction. He's close. We're talking. He looks at my channel and asked me if I would like to come on to his podcast. Now, his streaming is limited just because of where he is. I know where he is. So it will not be a visual. It will be something that you can just listen to for 35, 40 minutes, something like that. But I'd be glad to come on. And I don't want any of you, because some of you are like, oh no, Zelda, that energy, that frequency. No, listen. All that stuff has been so Hollywood. I happen to know a lot about vampires. I've met 2 in my life, and I think I'm going to meet another one. I was blessed enough to be meeting Anne Rice in New Orleans at Café du Monde, and I was having beignets and coffee. Listen, gotta go there. beignets, and coffee. And there's Anne Rice and her interview with a vampire. Now, I'm going to tell you, you talk about interesting, and you can tell right away, no, they're not going to come up here and go, I want to suck your blood type thing. Okay, no. Maybe some do. The ones that I know have just been around for a while, but we're going to ask them all about it. I happen to know a few things we're going to see. Just like with us humans, there are different species of vampires. I happen, and if you're watching, my dear new friend, I happen to be a werewolf girl. Okay? You know that even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf at the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon burns bright. Okay, so we're getting in that time of year. So I'm going to have a lot of content like this because you know what? We need to be smiling. We need to be having fun. I'm going to tell you something. Vampires were around before biblical type stuff. So that's going to be very interesting. The other thing, and I'll let you know, I'll put the link in the community tab. I'll make sure that you hear it, and we'll go from there. Now, the other really something, it scares me worse, quite frankly, than any vampire, is that Annabelle the doll from the Conjuring has a new owner as of the 31st of July. It is a comedian, Matthew Rife, I think his name is, and a YouTuber, and they are really big into the paranormal. But they bought the museum, they bought the house, they need, listen, and they're going to open up that house as a B&B. I can tell you this, guess who won't be going there? Because it's not only Annabelle, they've got other crazy stuff in Connecticut, and it is, for those of you who don't know, it is the Lorraine and Ed Warren home and museum. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I hope they don't take it too lighthearted. Because I saw something today and they were kind of joking around it. Okay, I get it, right? But that stuff. Now, you want to know, I don't mess with that stuff. I don't mess with that stuff. Okay. It's where now it escapes me, the Ed and Lorraine Warren Museum in Connecticut is. That's it. That's what they bought. No, that chick needs to be locked up and buried somewhere and blocks Ted Hart, and she needs to be dropped into the ocean somewhere. That doll I'm talking about. No way, Jose. Sorry. That's something. Give me a vampire any day. That doll baby, no, baby.